Hi there, my name is Lena Corn-Clark and I'm a Welcome Center Advisor here at Cal State East Bay. Today I'm going to show you what our admission requirements are for freshmen for fall 2022. I'm going to share my website so that you can kind of walk through it on your own and you know where to find this information when I'm not around. So let me get started here. This is our main website, csueastbay.edu. You can use this handy little search bar off to the side to search for freshman admission requirements. That's the fastest way to find it. I'm going to walk you through step by step as if you're just clicking buttons. So we're going to scroll down and click Future Students. And then we're going to scroll down, lots of good information on here, links directly to apply, information about financial aid. You can also chat with us right down here. That leads directly to the Welcome Center. So where myself or my employees are working and we can help you with any questions you might have. But for now, we're going to click Admissions. This is our main admissions page. And then we're going to click Freshman right off to the side here. Okay. So most of our students who apply as freshmen are California residents. So we're going to go over that requirement here. If you have any questions about being a non-resident, you'll click this button right here. Okay, so as you might be familiar with, the admission requirements are pretty straightforward to get in since we're not enforcing impaction. And what that means is, as long as you meet these minimum requirements to get in, you'll be accepted into your major. The only exception I want to point out is that online degree completion programs are not open to freshmen. They are transfer programs only. And then also nursing is a junior level program only. So if you're interested in nursing, you can apply as a freshman and you'll come in as undeclared interest in nursing, and then you'll reapply specifically to the nursing program when you get closer to your junior year. But so for now, let's focus on just freshmen. So you'll want to be a high school graduate or have your GED, and you'll need to have completed that by the end of spring 2022. That way you are not taking any classes towards your graduation or towards meeting the requirements during that summer of 2022, right before fall, because that's when we're setting you up. We're getting your transcripts, we're putting you in the system. So you have to have completed all these admission requirements by the end of spring 2022. Okay. And there's there's the A through G requirements here that you might be familiar with. I'm going to go through each one and kind of break them down a little bit. These are the requirements to get in. So you're going to want 4 years of English. And so even if you have a GED, you do need 4 years of English, and you need to have passed them with a C or better. So what for students who recently have gone through the pandemic, there are going to be multiple years up through this fall where you can have a credit for this course instead of a letter grade, and that's okay. We understand the pandemic happened and we're being very flexible. So don't stress about that. So 4 years of English with a C or better. You want 3 years of math. So that's typically algebra, intermediate algebra, and geometry. Now, if you're going into a science in college or you're not sure about what class to take for your elective year, you definitely should take an extra math or science course. So we do recommend 4 years of math, especially if you're going into the sciences. We recommend 2 years, or we require, not recommend, 2 years of history and social science. Typically what that looks like for most students is a year of world history and a year of US history, but it can be a little mix and match as long as you have 2 full years. And then we want 2 years of laboratory science. So that's 1 year of a biology type science, so a life science. So it's usually an ology. And then 1 year of a physical science like chemistry. And those have to have a lab with them. And then you want 2 years of language other than English. So it has to be the same language. You can't have 1 year of French and 1 year of Spanish. If you speak another language regularly, you can get a waiver through your high school to show credit for those courses, as if you have the experience of taking 2 courses. And that has to be reflected on your high school transcript. So that's something you speak to your high school about. If you have any questions about how you're meeting the language requirement for the language other than English, don't hesitate to contact us at the Welcome Center, connect with a counselor, stick around to the end of this video and I'll tell you how to do just that. And then the last 2 requirements are a year of visual or performing arts. That has to be in the same discipline. So it has to be a year of art or a year of dance. It can't be 1 semester of dance and 1 semester of drama. And then the last thing is we want 1 year of elective courses, and these are considered college prep electives. So they need to come from any of the areas that I've mentioned before. So they'll want to be like, a lot of times students will take like an extra year of a visual or performing arts, or maybe you'll go into a 3rd year of a language other than English. Again, if you're interested in one of those STEM majors, so science, math, that you should probably take an extra year of math, and that will count for your 1 year elective. Okay, so the ACT, SAT has been suspended, is not required for admission. Instead, we're doing multiple factor criteria. So what that means is that if you have a 2.5 or better GPA, then you are considered admissible with just that GPA and the requirements I've already covered for you. So that A through G requirement, and then graduating high school or GED. If you have less than a 2.5, so say you have a 2.0 up through a 2.49, then you're going to want to add in some of these additional criteria. So one of the biggest things is that we want you to have taken, if you've taken more STEM classes. So again, why I mentioned that extra math class. If you've taken more STEM classes beyond the minimum, that's something that can help pad your GPA. If you're from one of our local service areas, so I'll tell you what they are. Local service areas are Alameda, Contra Costa County, San Francisco County, San Mateo, Santa Clara, and Solano. So if you're from there, you get a little boost to your GPA. If you're first generation, meaning that you don't have your parents did not graduate with a bachelor's degree, or if you are part of any of the educational programs at your school, like an Abbott, an Upward Bound, a Puente project, all of these help kind of pad that GPA. Also, if you're low income, so if you apply for the application, you get that fee waiver, that will also help. If you qualified for free or reduced lunch on your high school campus, if you've been involved in any youth services, like your award of the state, if you were military in your family, and then if you work. So if you work more than 10 hours or more a week, all of these things come together to help us kind of process your admissions. So what that means is, if you're worried about meeting that 2.5 criteria, then it might be a good idea for you to take an extra year of a STEM class, or it might be a good idea for you to get involved in like a Puente project kind of program on your campus. There's a couple different ways. If you're really not sure and you're worried about meeting that requirement, that's okay. Talk to someone like myself through the Welcome Center so that we can set you up an appointment and go over your transcripts, go step by step, and help you with the application process. If you go on our website, which is csusb.edu, and then /visit, or you can search in the search bar for Visit or Welcome Center, that's our Welcome Center homepage. So this is us right here. That's me. And what we do is we help you with everything before you submit your application fully. So if you're not sure about admission requirements, we'll get you hooked up with a counselor. If you have general questions about the university, we'll help you with that. And if you're stuck on the application, we're here for you. So you'll see all these things that we do assist with. You'll see that you can contact us. Here's all our contact information. So you can call us during work hours. You can chat with us, this little button right here. You'll click this on your screen. It'll pop up, and then someone like myself or one of my employees will actually be able to chat with you live to answer your questions. And then also we can set you up an appointment with a counselor. So if you click admission help right here, this is another way to see some information about undergraduate application help, meeting with a counselor, etc. So I just want to make sure that you can find the information so that when you are going through this process, that it doesn't feel like a scary, overwhelming process, because there's always someone in your court who's ready there to help you, like myself at the Welcome Center. Thank you so much for joining me today, and please reach out to us if you have any questions. Have a great day.